What's up, guys? It's Lawrence. Thanks for stopping by my channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Observing obscure observances. Here we go, looking at April 1st. We kick it off, of course, with April Fool's Day. Telling someone they have a spot on their shirt when there isn't one, putting a whoopee cushion under their seat, or putting a kick me sign on their back. There are countless practical jokes and pranks that can be played on people. On April Fool's Day, these pranks are in full force, and many a person is sent on a fool's errand. Or errand, whatever it is. Never understood that word, errand. E-R-R-A-N-D. Errand. Never really understood the origin of that word. But continuing, it isn't exactly known how the day started. One prominent theory says that it started in France in 1564. After New Year's Day was changed to January 1st that year, those who want to continue celebrating the old New Year around Easter became known as April Fools, and tricks and jokes were commonly played on them. Although France started beginning their years on January 1st in 1564, they didn't adopt the Gregorian calendar until 1582, and some sources claim this may be the year that April Fool's Day started. Either way, an early prank in France was to put a paper fish, known as a poisson d'avril, meaning April fish, on someone's back. It represented an easily caught fish, which refers to someone who is gullible. Let's see, represents an easily caught fish, which was a symbol for someone who is gullible. The tradition still takes place today. Another theory on the day is that its start may be tied to the vernal equinox, the first day of spring, in the northern hemisphere. This may have something to do with people commonly fooled by unpredictable weather around this time of year. The day also may be connected to Hilaria, an ancient Roman festival. During the 18th century, the holiday became prominent throughout Britain, and in Scotland, it became a two-day festival. The festival began with hunting the goat being a name for a cuckoo bird, the symbol for a fool. On the day, people were sent on fake errands. On the second day, known as Taily Day, pranks were played on people's backsides. For example, kick-me signs were often placed on them. There often continued to be some differences in how April Fool's Day is celebrated by different countries, but no matter where you go, someone is bound to be getting a trick played on them or being made to look like a fool. So there you go with that. You can fool your mother on the fooliest day of your life if you've had an electrified fooling machine. And there have been a couple April Fool's Day pranks that have backfired. Two April Fool's Day pranks happened on the same day, and both of them backfired tremendously. Going to the radio side of things, 1998, radio personalities Opie and Anthony, who have since broken up, were on WAAF in Boston, and they decided to tell the audience that the mayor, Thomas Menino, had died in a car crash. Well, it turns out that it was their way to not only mock the ridiculousness of April Fool's Day jokes, but also to get out of their contract so they could go back to New York. Because Boston, they were tired of being in Boston, they wanted an out, so they got an out. But it is illegal to knowingly broadcast fake information about somebody. According to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, they say, well, you can say whatever you want, as long as you don't say something that you know is not the case. Because of the whole slander, libel, defamation of character assassination, etc., etc., etc. So that backfired, and so that got them fired. And then later on that night, South Park pulled quite the April Fool's Day joke. They did an episode in February, and it ended on a cliffhanger, saying that they would reveal who Cartman's Cartman's dad was in 4 weeks. And 4 weeks happened to be April Fool's Day. So instead of that episode airing, they ran a Terrence and Phillip episode called Not Without My Anus. And the people who got the joke, they got the joke. They were cool with it. The people who didn't get the joke, oh, they were mad. They were mad. They boycotted. They wrote letters. They left voicemails. They threatened to no longer watch the network anymore. They said they wouldn't watch South Park anymore. And Trey Parker and Matt Stone have since said, yeah, that was a really dumb thing we did back there. And we're not going to do that one again. So now, whenever that episode airs in syndication, they always make it a point to not only run those episodes consecutively back to back, but they also will run it with a new disclaimer that says the episode is coming at another South Park next. So that is the origin of that. Let's see, gotta go back here. Back. All right. How come this thing is not, how come it's not doing what I want it to do here? Let's see. It's stuck on the April Fool's Day page. Let me go back here. Back. Where is it? Ah, darn. No, that's my Facebook. Dang it, showing my Facebook. I don't want that. Well, y'all can't see it. But what you can see is me upside down. That's my April Fool's Day joke. I got the camera flipped. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. All right, where the heck is it? Jeez. Should probably refine this system a little bit. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. Come on now. Come on, you can do it. 1 inch at a time. There we go. All right. Assyrian New Year. And there's not all that much about it. I don't know anything about it, so I can't give any commentary on something I don't know about. Boomer Bonus Day. Ooh. No information. Dang. Fossil Fool's Day. Never heard of that one. Global Day of the Engineer. And there's no information about that, so just thank you to all the engineers out there. Whatever the engineering calls for. Radio engineer, television engineer, train engineer. International Edible Book Festival. Never heard of that one. Well, let's find out. There's a little information on it. I don't know, that's is that a new thing now? International Edible Book Festival? What's that supposed to mean? What do you grab a book and you just cut into it and you just start eating it? What do you mukbang a book? What do you do, a literature mukbang? Eat the pages of the book? Never heard of this. Well, here's what it says. International Edible Book Festival, commonly known as Edible Book Day, is celebrated around the world on or near April 1st. It brings together book lovers, food lovers, and book artists. Held since 2000, this global banquet is open to anyone who wishes to participate. Edible books are made and displayed at small events. Photos are taken of the books, and the books are then eaten. The edible books must either look like books, include text that can be read, or be inspired in some way by a book. They must be entirely edible but can be of any size and be inspired by any type of book. The events are held at various locations around the world, such as museums, book art centers, bookstores, libraries, and cultural centers. Sometimes tickets are sold for the events where money is raised for organizations related to books. The day was created by Judith A. Hothberg and Beatrice Korn. Hothberg thought of the idea in 1999 while enjoying a Thanksgiving turkey with some book artists. Korn made a website called Books to Eat, so the edible book creations could be created and enjoyed by people around the world. She managed the website until 2006. The day is held on April 1st in order to commemorate the birth of Jean-Anthony Brillant-Savin, a French gastronome who is perhaps known for writing Physiologie du goût, the physiology of taste. The day is also related to April Fool's Day, in that it is seen as the perfect day to eat your words and play with them. All right, there you go. It's a fun little thing there. I didn't know that. All right. Let's see. Go back. And let's see where this takes us now. All right. Okay. Let's see. How come it's not doing what I want to do here? Refresh the 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Refresh the page. Here we go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go back. There we go. See if it does it. Come on, baby. Ha! Oh. There's one, but I kind of skipped over it. Let's see here. Go up a little bit. Excuse me. Fossil Fool's Day, Global International International Fun at Work Day. I guess it's where you can do April Fool's Day pranks around the office. International Tatting Day. I'm not sure what that is. Tating. I'm not sure what that is. Here's something serious. Lupus Alert Day. So get checked for lupus. I'm not sure exactly how you do it, but just go get yourself checked. Please. In this current time, please, ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy. Thank you. National Atheist Day. No, National Atheists Day. All right. Oh, okay. Well, there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. All right. Okay. Let's see. Going up here. Okay. National Atheist Day got started after a story began circulating around the internet in 2003. The fictional story said that there was an atheist who was mad that there were so many religious holidays but not any for atheists. So they got the ACLU to represent them in court to argue that they should have a holiday. The judge listened and told the lawyer there already was a holiday for atheists and that it was on April 1st. April Fool's Day. The judge said this was the date of the holiday because of a Bible passage, Psalm 14:1, which reads, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." Although this was a made-up story, it spread widely over the internet. While some have used this holiday to be critical of atheists, many atheists have decided to embrace the holiday as their own. What is some background on atheism? Atheists believe that there are no deities, while those who are theistic believe that there is some sort of deity exists. The word "a" in there means without. There is no set ideology in atheism. Atheists may be humanists, rationalists, Unitarian Universalists, postmodernists, secularists, among other things. Greek and Roman philosophers and writers such as Epicurus, Democritus, and Lucretius had an influence on what would become atheism. The term didn't appear until the 16th century, a time when free thought and skepticism began to take root. Some that lived during the Age of Enlightenment were the first to identify themselves as atheists. The supremacy of human reason was an aspect to the French Revolution, and at this time is when atheism became used politically. Science also began to undermine religion during the second half of the 19th century. Atheists have a wide amount of reasons as to why they see religion as being bad. They may think people who believe in a higher power do not think rationally and are not self-reliant. Many believe that religion divides people and causes things like war. They see the anti-democratic structure of most religions have been incongruent with human rights and opposed to how women and gay people are treated differently by many religious groups. They also may believe that religion hampers scientific research. There are multiple reasons and explanations as to why people are atheists. And here are 9 of them. No, I'm sorry. Here are 9 of them. Let's see. This is bullet pointed. They may believe they can live by moral codes without the aid of a God. They often live by the same moral code as to those who are religious, but get to them without God, believing him to be unnecessary. They may believe science can better explain existence than God can. This belief did not come about until a few centuries ago when scientific discoveries began being made. In particular, atheists see evolutionism as giving an explanation about life forms in the earth, making God unnecessary. They may believe religion is based on emotions and that it makes people able to cope with fears they may have, such as fears that life has no meaning and purpose. Or that existence ends after death. This is reason number 4. Reason number 4, they see a lack of empirical evidence to support any religion or that God exists. They see the arguments for God as being unconvincing. They follow the problem of evil, which questions how evil can exist when an all-loving, knowing, and powerful God exists. Number 6, they follow the argument of inconsistent revelations, which says that They follow the argument for inconsistent revelations, which says that with the existence of conflicting belief systems, it is unlikely that God exists. Number 7, they see an inconsistency between let's see. They see an inconsistency between the existence of God and a world where so many do not believe in his existence. This is called the argument for non-belief. Number 8, they follow the law of parsimony. This law says that when problem solving, one should choose the thing that makes the fewest assumptions. In the case at hand, atheism makes fewer assumptions than religion does. This means the burden of proof should be on the believer, not the non-believer. The one that thinks God exists should do the proving. And finally, number 9, they are born into or live in a non-religious society. Communist China is one example of such a place. Others may be born into a religion but lose their faith over time. It is hard to estimate how many atheists are in the world. A 2015 poll claims that 11% of the world's population are atheists, and a 2012 poll claimed the number to be 13%. These were both Wynne-Gallup International polls. A BBC poll in 2004 put the number at 8%. Europe and Asia had the largest number of atheists. In 2015, 61% of Chinese citizens identified as atheists. And that is it on that one. Here's a fun little bit of information. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Now, I will say this. If you are atheist, I do not judge you at all. I do not pass judgment on anybody. But the only thing I will judge somebody on is their character and their actions. That is it. That is it. Their character and their actions. If we've hung out before and you're consistently good to me, then we got a great thing going. Doesn't matter what you have. Doesn't matter if you have a physical disability. Doesn't matter if you have a mental issue. It doesn't matter what your status is. If you're good to me, we'll hang out. We'll be good friends. But, I'm just saying, if things get bad, then I'll let you know. All right, here we go. Nope, hang on, jumping around a little bit. Let's see. So many of these things. This is fun. All right, Book Day did that. Let's see, Atheist Day. National Day of Hope. Started by Child Help. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is. Okay, it's basically about child abuse. How there is hope. What I can gather. All right. National Jump in Muddy Puddles Day. Well, that's just silly. Who wants to legitimately do that? National Love for Our Children Day. Yes, the children are important. What they do today will impact us tomorrow. National 1 Cent Day. I did not know this, but the first penny was minted in 1787. And, well, there's that phrase, couple of phrases. See a penny, pick it up, it'll bring you lots of luck. See a penny, let it lie, you'll regret it by and by. What would happen if someone goes to pick up a penny and all of a sudden a car comes by the corner and they almost get ran over? What would that yield? Would that be good luck or bad luck? I don't know. National Sourdough Bread Day. Okay, well, if you're into sourdough bread, that's your prerogative, man. National Trombone Players Day. I've never played the trombone, but hey, look, if you enjoy the trombone, play it, man. Play on. Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. All right, this is something I'm kind of interested in. Not something I'm myself interested in, like something I'd want to get into, but I'm genuinely curious about this. So let's read on this. Dang it. Hold on, let me go up here. Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. All right, hold on, let me go up here. Sometimes it jumps around the calendar, but this is this year. Okay, here we go. Okay, and it reads like this. Paraprofessional Appreciation Day honors paraprofessional educators, who may also be known as paras, instructional assistants, or teachers' aides. It is unknown how the day began, but some sources claim that it was first designated by a Missouri governor, although it is not known when this occurred. Paraprofessionals perform a variety of teacher-related jobs and often assist teachers in classrooms. They may work with students on supplemental enrichment activities, either in small groups or one-on-one. They may also help students complete assignments or practice reading. Paraprofessionals often work with students with special educational needs and a variety of disabilities. They may also supervise students outside of classrooms and help teachers with clerical work. Requirements on how to become a paraprofessional vary on what state and district they wish to work in. And that's that. So, there you go. I actually know someone who was a paraprofessional at one time. So, there you go. So let's see, go back here. Actually, they're back. I know several paraprofessionals. I guess if you want to apply the term. All right. I'm not sure if that extends to the teacher, the visually impaired, but if it is, I'll put them in that. I'll put them in that category. All right. How come this thing isn't loading right? This video has been going on 20 minutes. It's a long video. I like that. All right. Let's see. Okay, I gotta go all the way back here. That one. Poetry and the Creative Mind Day. Yes, it's very important to be creative, and I find myself to be a very creative individual. And sometimes I come up with some poetry, sometimes I don't. It all depends on what kind of state of mind I'm in. Reading is funny. Yes, folks, some reading is funny. Some reading isn't. Sorry, Charlie Day. Oh, okay. This could be something. Curious about this one. Ah, darn. Go up. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. No, excuse me. All right. Try to go. Okay, here we go. In 1961, Tom Rogers of the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency created Charlie the Tuna, created the mascot to be the commercial for the mascot for Star-Kissed Tuna. In the commercial, Tuna was portrayed as a hip, beret-wearing beatnik. Roger based Charlie on his friend Henry Nemo, a hipster and originator of Jive Talk. Charlie believes himself to have such good taste that he should be caught by the tuna company. But having good taste and tasting good are two different things, and he is rejected by the company. They put a note on a fishhook that says, "Sorry, Charlie," and lower it down to him to let him know of his rejection. Charlie was in over 85 advertisements up until in the 1980s. Herschel Bernardi passed away. Charlie was in over 85 advertisements up until the 1980s. Herschel Bernardi, the voice of Charlie, passed away in 1986. Charlie was brought back in 1999 and has continued to be the Star-Kissed mascot since then. Sorry, Charlie entered the American lexicon and became one of the most famous taglines of all time. The phrase is told to someone who has been rejected, sometimes in an uncaring way. Sorry, Charlie Day honors Charlie the Tuna, who has been rejected for decades and still keeps his spunk. It also recognizes anybody who has been rejected and has lived through it. Started by Kathy Evans, who also started the Sorry Charlie No Fan Club for You Club in 1992 because she had just been rejected and admired Charlie's attitude. You can join the club and get a membership card by sending Kathy your best rejection story. All right. No thanks. But yeah. I remember there's a great line from George Carlin where he did this newscast and he goes, "Charlie the Tuna was found dead in his home of mercury poisoning." Sorry, Charlie. That's off of his FM and AM album. That's cut number 10, the 11 o'clock news. Time for the 11 o'clock report. Welcome wagon runs over a newcomer. Good humor man slays 10. Pen pal stabs pal with pen. Pediatrician dies of childhood disease. And Jacques Cousteau drowns in bathtub accident. And those were the headlines. Oh, boy. Check him out sometime, folks. George Carlin. He's great. Check him out. It's really funny. Here's one. Saint Stupid Day. I think that's another way of saying April Fool's Day. U.S. Air Force Academy Day. So let's appreciate the Air Force, ladies and gentlemen. Whole grain sampling day. No idea what that's all about. No description. And that's the end of that one. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Lawrence Ross, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, it's Lawrence. Well, that's the end of the video, but before I go, I want to thank you guys for checking out the content. If you like, you can check out my radio show every Friday evening at 7 p.m. on rasradiolive.com. That's R-A-S radiolive.com, radiochaos.net, and in this case, it's chaos with a K, K-A-O-S, radiochaos.net, or nonamenetwork.net. It's called the LRWS, and check it out. We also have a store, teespring.com, T-E-E, spring.com/stores/LRWS. And if you want, you can check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/LRoss1987. Thanks for watching.